Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
DWI-Droning while intoxicated. Drinking while flying a drone could land you in prison. Lawmakers are pushing to criminalize flying a drone while drunk, and offenders could face up to $1,000 in fines and 6 months in prison. By Jack Burns, January 13, 2018. Lawmakers in New Jersey have passed a bill, which if signed by Governor Chris Christie, would turn drinking while flying a drone into a criminal offense that could carry up to $1,000 in fines and 6 months in prison. Understandably, flying any drone, even a toy, while intoxicated can be hazardous and cause injury, but New Jersey lawmakers are now asking the governor to impose stiff penalties. According to the proposed legislation, operating a drone with a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08 BAC% or more, same as with driving a vehicle, would be considered a disorderly conduct offense under the new rules. The bill passed with a vote of 65-0 and is expected to be signed into law. Also included in the measure are calls for even stricter penalties for those who intentionally use their drones to endanger someone's life or property, harass wildlife, or compromise the security of a correctional facility. Such infractions carry stiffer fines and sentencing, which could result in offenders facing up to $10,000 in fines and 18 months in prison. Advertisement. In a country where almost 10% of the population is behind bars, the new drone laws may come as no surprise to critics who believe, with reason, that the number of laws in the United States helps to contribute to the incarceration problem. Not only are there too many people behind bars, there are too many behind bars for victimless crimes such as being caught with a plant. But is flying a drone drunk really all that dangerous? For a closer look, we found an experiment conducted by Rotor Riot to determine how alcohol affects one's ability to fly a drone. Using a lot of alcohol and a breathalyzer, seasoned drone pilots took to the skies to fly their drones completely smashed. Read more. Sell everything. Top megabanks warn that a cataclysmic collapse has begun. While flying a designated indoor course, the pilots created a baseline of time while flying sober. Then they started taking shots until their blood alcohol content began to reflect what they were surely feeling. The experimenters timed their runs before, during and after getting drunk to see how slow their responsiveness would be flying drunk. The description of the video noted, "Do not try this. This is an experiment by trained professionals to measure the effects of alcohol on people's ability to fly drones. No egos were harmed in the making of this video." Soon after, the drones started to explode as each professional drone pilot began to crash their aircraft. When the BAC reached beyond the legally intoxicated limits, the pilots' course completion times were longer and more crashes took place. As if the virtual reality headsets weren't nauseating enough, the alcohol eventually took over, leaving the drone pilots vomiting in the end. Surprisingly, the researchers concluded that each pilot is different. Some pilots needed a lot of alcohol to be impaired while it took very little for others. The results were also inconsistent. Fortunately, the kind of drones which could cause more serious injuries are quite expensive, and the researchers admitted they would never want to fly those expensive machines while inebriated. The real question is, do we need another law on the books to prove it?
No.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of Rotor Riot. We've got a question that we need to answer. Basically, it is...
Hey, pigeon! Calm your feathers!
Ask the pigeon. It is, how intoxicated do you have to be before your flying gets impaired? So check it out. We are in this very well-controlled environment. We've got a breathalyzer. We've got paramedics on deck. We are going to take shots. We have this obstacle course back here.
We're going to see how alcohol affects your flying ability.
want to drink, but I have to for science.
He's gonna put poison in his body.
For science.
For science.
You better freaking feel for my kidneys. Or my liver. My liver.
And that's the thing, he hasn't had a thing to drink yet.
We came to this realization that at some point, none of us is probably going to be able to properly host this, so we brought in none other than Mr. Thomas.
We're gonna do it a figure 8 around the 2 flags. Power loop this gate. You've got to go through that obstacle. You've got to go through this vertical gate.
Which way do the vertical gate? Down or up, or does it matter?
I think either way.
And we're going to take it all the way until just nobody can just do it. He's like,
Yes.
I'm gonna do it.
place your bets right now in the comment section.
You got 2 small guys, and we got Mr. Drinker here.
Let's get this started with the shot. Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go.
Oh my god, dude, that's not a shot. That's a fucking whole bottle of death.
All right, guys. To safe and responsible playing.
To safety.
To safety.
I don't want to do it.
You're gonna do it.
I don't want to do it.
Cheers.
That's like straight rubbing alcohol. I can't do a whole, so I haven't even done half yet.
There you go.
Holy shit.
Alright, that's it. 20.9.
I'm gonna be the slowest, but I am gonna consistently finish. That's my goal.
Oh no! But he's got the PC props.
Wait,
He's got
wait.
the PC props. He can come back. You got it. He's still up. He's still good.
People bet on Kevin are regretting their bet right.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Calm down.
Dude, you're the powerlift king. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. You gotta go around. You gotta go around this up and get down here.
Okay, am I up?
The time to beat is 20.9.
No.
Belly flop the ceiling. Hey, you got a lot of power in there. Contain it. Wow! That was a tight ass.
That was fun.
36.58.
Dude, that's good.
That's like kicking them when they're down if they have to pull the breathalyzer out because they've backtracked.
Oh my god.
I don't think they meant that on purpose, but it's funny.
Dang, .014.
It's not even point anything.
Hey, is that on? Hey, is that? Whoa. Canon zoom lens EFES.
Cheers to no more power loop explosions.
Yes.
That after.
Rubber alcohol. Let's establish a baseline. How often do you drink?
I would say of this group, I probably drink more often, like once a week, twice a week.
You're gonna die. That's just too much.
Don't they say like a glass of wine a day?
Keeps the doctor away.
Don't quote that.
It's an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Anything a day keeps the doctor away because it rhymes with day.
You gotta do the whole way. There you go.
Point there. .31. What's that?
0.017.
I should take double shots next time.
That's not making the edit.
God, everything I should say goes on the edit.
All right. It is shot time.
like the stomach saying, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Hey. That is a little bit more
I
acceptable.
don't think I'm a man yet. My facial hair hasn't grown in all the way.
That has to make it in the edit. That's all I'm saying. That has to make it.
We're getting a little worried about Steel. He may be the
20 dB is
The steel factor
I think
has
the correct
turned up.
LA term is lit.
Let's get to business. All right, Steel, you're up.
He just had the course record wasted.
Stand up, but I can rip.
This is a learning moment. It's always fun in the beginning, kids. Just wait till you see where this ends.
Yeah. Seriously, don't. We are in a controlled environment. We've got permission. We've got paramedics outside just waiting in case anything happens. Don't try this at home. This is purely for entertainment and educational purposes.
I'm gonna do a toe touch. Oh my God. I need silence. Nothing above golf claps.
I got you. You ready to go? Go ahead.
Yeah, man, that was I'm gonna break the record.
That was a prop explosion! I saw prop pieces everywhere!
That was the first explosion.
Where are my hands?
That's the DNF. That's the DNF. Disarm. You're out.
Dang
You're
it.
out.
This is what happens when you drink and fly drones.
So this is the delay in the disarm. That's what happened here.
That is what that is. No more penalty shots.
Okay, last time Kevin was a 0-0-7 first, then a 0-1-7. You took 2 shots, so that's gonna put you at right at a 4.
just look at this real quick.
I don't want to drink anymore. I'm about to die.
No whammies, no whammies.
Oh, yeah! You know what that means? He has to take 3 shots now as a catch
No,
up.
there are no 3 shots.
Why is it? It's getting fuller.
I have no idea.
What the?
Cheers! Okay, that is a lot. He's kind of far.
You all. You.
Nope, you got it. You got it. You. Wow. Wow.
Alright, you got them both. Don't. No.
For those of you who don't know, Mr. Steele normally flies actually standing up.
Are you kidding me?
25.04 seconds.
I got you.
I don't know if better. I think the whole thing is just a wreck.
I'm seriously hungry right now.
Yeah, you guys are eating out of the trash. Because you guys were funny at first, now you're just annoying.
Are you okay? What can I do for you?
You can record.
Steele, are you ever gonna drink again?
I mean, no. Not at all. Don't do it, kids.
Hey,
Wait,
Kevin,
one
you
more
just
time.
stepped in his vomit.
This is the best.
No, that's a runoff. That doesn't count.
You yacked?
I did.
Oh my god!
This is drugs for hungover people.
Yes. Cheers.
I hope the pizza that I just ate doesn't come out.
So it is like 2 days later. That's how much time we needed. I think I'm back to normal, but it did take a little bit of time because...
I'm fine.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I looked at my footage from the last one, and it just looks like I'm slowly wandering around the facility. And I'm like, I didn't do anything thing. I didn't even do the figure 8.
But this guy over here, he just sat down and was like, I can still fly. Couldn't walk though, so if you notice, he normally stands when he flies.
Mainly because I tried to stand and someone pushed me.
Hey, hold on.
And they just barely touched me and I was like,
I wanted to come into this and show people, hey, this is bad. And while I still believe it's bad and that you shouldn't go and drink and fly, the results were not as clear cut as I expected them to be.
Right, which means that for me, everybody's blood alcohol content or your just level of being intoxicated is different for everybody. For me, it was a lot lower than I expected. For Stu, it was a hell of a lot higher than I think we all expected.
The other thing I realized is that the legal limit for driving is way too high.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I would have been uncomfortable with operating a vehicle.
I was at 0.04 when I already felt like I shouldn't drive.
Yeah.
I will say, watching you fly, being in control is a very loose word. Well, from someone who was sober and watching all of you guys, you were very, very impaired, regardless of the results.
Yeah, the
And
flying, yeah.
I think if you want to look at this from a scientific point of view, I still say it seriously that I think Steele's situation was an anomaly.
But here's the big question. Would everybody do this, like, willingly drunk? Because I wouldn't. No. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what pretty much rounds it all up. Big shout out to Emax for coming out and bringing out the gates.
and Sahand.
Oh yeah, Sahan.
Thank you, Sahand.
Also, we want to thank Chris Thomas from MultiGP for coming out and making sure to kind of herd us and get us to the flight line.
And I'd like to thank Doritos. They helped colored my throw up.
Yeah.
Cheese dust.
Hit that like button if you liked it. Hit subscribe. If there's anything else you guys want to see us put to the test, put it down in the comments and let us know, and we'll get cracking on it.
County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of your news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheep up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.